Good morning. As you can hear, it's raining, and I'm feeling like the rain today. More so because I had to face a hard reality, and it kind of sucked. And I've been running from the reality for like 2 days. I'm gonna explain what happened first, and then I'm gonna tell you how I feel. So 2 days ago, I received a call from a friend. Well, from my best friend, who was supposed to be my best friend. We're gonna scratch that. We're gonna eliminate that now. Who was supposed to be my best friend saying they got a package at my house. Or coming to my house 2 days ago. Now I'm at work when I get this call. Well, I'm leaving work when I get this call. And it's like, fam, I ain't trying to be funny, but you've been half-assed and short answering me for like forever since we got off of work. And I kind of been done with the friendship, but now I'm making it permanent because I was trying to still be cool so there's no animosity, because I don't like secret beefs and nothing like that. I don't like to be at odds with people. I either ignore it or try to find a better way to deal with them. Now, in my situation, my best friend snaked me at work over some shit that at this point it don't even matter whether it was true or false or not. It happened. So he snaked me at work. He told all my business to a person that I am very cool with. It's not who he told. I'm glad he told who he told, because that's my nigga. And I fuck with her like that. And because of her, it made me really evaluate us, me and him, and how our friendship worked. And yeah, he told my personal business, some of my personal business. Not everything he said was true, but he told my personal business to my friend at work. But he yelled it for everybody to hear. And it's like, that shit hurt. And I didn't respond because it's like, bro, if I respond to this, we gonna be in this bitch fighting. And I'm gonna lose my job. And it's not that serious. I need my money by all means, so I'm not gonna respond to this shit while I'm at work. So that happened about 2 months ago. And I've been distancing myself from him. Like, the calls been getting shorter. I stopped answering a lot. I stopped communicating because it's like, now I'm starting to really see where I'm at with everybody. And because of him, when I got home, I had to really evaluate what type of friend am I to what type of friend am I to people. Like, I can't be that bad as a person if all these people keep hurting me. And I say that because I wrote two days ago, I wrote a list. Well, I wrote in my journal about my friendship with him. And it just opened my eyes up to all the other friendships I had with other people. The long-term ones, not the newer ones. I like the new people that just came along. But the long-term, like 20 plus years, 15 years, 12 years, those type of friendships. And it hurt. They're all the same. And I say that because when I was a teenager, I didn't have no friends. I only had family around me. And then they didn't want to be around me. So I figured then that there was something wrong with me. So I tried not to be evil to people, and I tried to be nice to them. And that got me to where I'm at today, because my first best friend, we wasn't on the same level. And I loved her to death. It's just that I was ready to live and be out and enjoy my youth. And I always wanted to take her with me, and she never wanted to go. So I stopped asking, and I kind of lost her. And then she let other people get in her ear, and I started hanging out with somebody else, which was ultimately best friend from high school. She moved in with us before me and my first best friend. We was all in it together. They moved out. We all separated. I ended up with my other girl best friend. who I grew up with, which is also family, and we had good times. We rode together. We was always out, always, but it was on her terms. And I know I'm crying because it's like, you don't realize the hurt until you gotta put that shit on paper. Like, on this paper, I wrote down all the bad about me. All the bad. Everything I ever heard them say about me. All of them. Only 2 things they ever told me. I say fucked up shit and my attitude fucked up. They always told me I was a good person, but now I'm starting to see that he ain't never treat me like that. Like, how is it, if I'm a good person, how is it so y'all, it's so easy for y'all to fuck me over like y'all did? Like, my very first best friend, she never fucked me over. Like I said, we grew apart because I was ready to live and she was into staying home, which I get. But I wanted to experience a lot of things and I wanted her to experience it with me. I just can't carry both of us. I can't make her do something she didn't want to do. So I kind of just let her have it. It was never no bad blood between me or her. Even now, I still love her. It's still no bad blood. I would still love to hang out with her. It's just, like I said, I wanted to get out and live. And I did that. Which ultimately, I'll say, out of the 5 people I've called best friend, only 2 of them valued my friendship. And to me, that's fucked up. And I only came up to that conclusion because I put it on paper. I wrote it in my diary. And it's like, all my friends get the same shit from me. I'm there for them. They can call on me when they need to. I'm always there to give them a ride somewhere, to take somebody somewhere. If they needed money, I was lending it to them. Sometimes I didn't even ask for it back. I just wanted them to get past whatever hurt they was going through. And it's like, since I had my daughter, one of my friendships with what I thought was my best friend really took a real hit when I was pregnant with my daughter. I went through my relationship problems. They went through their relationship problems, but we grew apart in those times. And instead of me accepting it for what it was, I was still holding on in a way, still trying to be in their face, still trying to be around, asking about them, making sure they straight. Even though I couldn't physically be around them, I was checking on them, making sure they was good. And I'm sure they was doing the same, but it's different because I will always be the person reaching out to a person, even when they treated me bad or hurt my feelings or did me wrong. And then when I had my opinions or something, or I said, fuck it, like, I don't give a fuck no more, I was always painted as the bad guy. Yes, I am not perfect. I know my attitude be fucked up, but it be the principle in the situations. I'm not out here just fucking over people. Like, I don't do that. If I ever had a reaction or a negative anything towards somebody, it's because they made me feel some type of way. And I feel like in my book, it's not a valid reason to do the shit I've done. But at that moment, I felt like it was a good enough reason for me to stand up for myself. I may have did it wrong. At this point, I know I did it wrong. But looking back, I don't take it back because look at me now. I've been in my house for 2 months. And out of everybody I called best friend, out of these 2 months of me being in the house, I haven't contacted nobody, seen nobody. I inboxed a few people that was just regular friends, but the people that's supposed to be my best friend, they got the title of my best friend, none of them asked about my well-being. They didn't care. It was, if I did talk to them, the conversation was about them, what they need, what they ain't got, how people treating them. They never asked, was I good? If my kids ate, how was my mental? It was literally about them. And it's like, nah, I see that shit. And I don't need nobody lying to me. I don't need nobody being around me just because they could benefit from me. Like, I no longer have benefits for people at all. I don't have no best friend. So if you see me out in the world, if I'm not with them, they're just associates, I guess, because I'm just hurt at this point because even when I try to tell a person they did me wrong, they always point out my flaws. Like, well, you did this and you did that, and I did this for you and I did that for you. It's like I never knock what nobody do for me. It's very rare that people do for me because I'm always doing for myself. But when I was in dire need of something, when my safety was at jeopardy, when I ain't had nowhere to go, when I'm about to get put out, like, in some of my moments, my girl best friend, she was there for some major parts of my life, but I'm starting to feel like it was only because either she had the time to listen, or she was just doing that because I helped her, so she felt like she had to help me. And I hate feeling like that, but it shows now. I haven't spoke to her over the phone and shit since this year started. She haven't contacted my line. Like, I seen her in person at her sister's house. She don't come to my house. She only been to my house once since I was pregnant with my son. Like, I take that shit personal. I was always around them doing what they wanted to do, supporting them and making sure they straight, they mental straight. If they was going through, like I said, anytime somebody needed me, I was fucking there. Like, a lot of shit I can't even talk to people about because you get tired of telling the same person some bullshit. And you know they get tired of hearing it. But you ain't got nobody else to talk to. So that shit eats you up inside. And that's kind of like where I'm coming from. Like, I shut down from the world because it's so much eating me up inside. And I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want to make nobody feel bad about nothing. But I want them to know that they hurt me. Like, I got feelings too. Like, I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. I get it. But if you was ever into my personal world, my personal life, that shit means something to me. Like, I don't have nobody to be open with. Every time I'm open with somebody, they gone. So I don't want to get close to nobody. I don't want to tell nobody my business. I don't want to talk to nobody about my problems. I would rather just cry to myself and just let that shit out, because either they gonna listen to judge or they gonna listen to conversate with somebody else, and I just ain't got time. Like, me losing friends hurt really bad, but it must be done. It must be, because holding on to those type of people tearing me up more. Because I'm still trying to be positive to them. I'm still trying to be good to them. I'm still trying to make sure they straight. Like, I'm still lending that hand, that ear. Like, I always got time for them. And ain't nobody really got time for me but two people, and that's fucked up. I can only rely on one person financially outside of my own parent. Like, I really in this shit by myself. People don't understand that. Everybody cool with Jazz. Everybody cool with Jazz. How many of them is friends with her, though? When I just can't. I don't want no friends. I don't want nobody close to me. Yes, I'm hurt. I'll tell you before anybody else will tell you I'm hurt like a motherfucker. That's why I don't want you near me, close to me, none of that. I would rather keep my distance. Like, I'm tired of crying to myself. I'm tired of putting myself together. I just want to know why. Like, what did I do that bad for people to treat me this way? Like, what makes me a bad person so I know what I could fix? Because at this point, I'm lost. I done did everything good for everybody, still don't got no help, like none. I can't call on nobody to watch my kids, but my own parent. Nobody gonna watch my kids. I have to rely on my 13-year-old and my mama because I don't have no friends. Everybody could band together, drop their kids off. Where I'm gonna drop my kids to? The one person I could take my kid to, she tired. She always got somebody at her house. I don't want my kids to be there because they're gonna be an extra burden into her world. But outside of her, I don't have nobody. I don't have anybody. And yes, I do feel like I don't need friends. I don't. But I do. I do feel like when I need to wind down and get out the house and relax outside of my kids, I need somewhere to go. And it's only one place I could go. And it's full of everybody I don't want to be around. Not in no bad way. It's just like, I don't want my business in everybody's world. And if I'm sitting around my friend and everybody around them telling my business, I'm subjecting everybody else into my business too. So yes, the one I just feel like I don't need nobody lying to me. If you're not gonna be honest with me and tell me what your intentions is around me, if I'm such a bad person, tell me that. Once I stop communicating with you and you feel like I was a bad person, don't contact me back, because I'm not gonna bring you no good if I'm such a bad person. I am giving you the okay to leave me alone if you felt like I was that bad of a person. I will apologize if I ever been that bad of a person to anybody. But like I said, if you couldn't cut me off, I couldn't have been that bad of a person. But I'm not going to sit here and allow you to damage me because your own personal wants and needs. That's selfish. I don't mind, but I can't no more. I can't be nice no more because I was nice to the wrong people. I can't love no more because I love the wrong people. I can't be that genuine me no more because it's been drained out of me. Seeing people for what they are. Putting that shit on paper is reality. And that's really what it's about. Putting it on paper. I've gave way too much of my time and myself. I put myself on the back burner for a lot of people just for them to show me fuck me. Cause where they been? Like I said, they don't physically call me. One person called me and it'll last, I think, if a person called me, if they not genuine, the conversation lasts every bit of 5-10 minutes. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm a happy person. I'm working. I'm getting all I'm supposed to. It's just that I evaluated my friends, and yeah, I learned that everybody I call best friend didn't earn the title to be best friend. It was just a run in life. That was just their trial, their error. That was their season, I guess. Now that the season is over, it's time to move forward. So yeah, I'm gonna finish battling this for the rest of my day. I ask that those of you that I did call best friends, if you feel any type of way, you are entitled to feel that way. But if you evaluate all of everything in a reasonable sense and not just from how you feel, but a real, evaluate all of it, what I've done for you, not material, like the this is what I mean. When you need a shoulder to cry on, we could cry on each other's shoulder, but what are you gonna do to make sure I'm okay? Are you gonna do the same thing I done for you to make sure you're okay? And it doesn't involve money. Let's say I got into a fucking car accident. I'm not speaking into the universe, but I'm saying I'm okay. But you don't know I'm okay. You hear it could be worse. By nature, because you know me, you're gonna feel some type of way. Yo, it's gonna be all love. But once that shit over and I'm in my healing process, who gonna actually be there? If I'm all broken up, who gonna actually feed my kids? Who gonna make sure I'm taken care of? Like, my dresses and stuff get changed and my therapy go well. Who gonna do that? Cause y'all don't do it now. Nobody call my phone unless they need something from me. I don't reach out to people because I wanted to see what I meant to them, and it's obvious I meant nothing. I haven't called, like, it shows. My friendship with people shows. I broke my neck and they have done for me. I've never taken what nobody done for me. I had help from people, but now, like I said, I'm evaluating it, and it was help because I did for them, so they felt they had to do for me. I just want all love around me. So if it's not all love, I just rather it not be around me. Like, you don't have to give me no money. You don't have to hear about my breakups, because it's terrible. Like, yeah, I'm just shutting down now. After this weekend, I'm going to make a visit to my real friend. I'm going to sit and talk to her, because I need to talk to her. But, yeah, I'm done. I'm only birthdays, y'all. Only gonna see me during people's birthdays, and that's for those I know I can get it in return from. I don't want nothing fancy for my birthday, but if you do something for yours and you support me and I consider you in my circle, we real family, because I don't have friends, I only got family. If we real family, I'm there for you. I support everything you do. But for those of you who don't see me around and I don't show up, I don't take it personal that you don't show up to my shit no more. I don't take it personal at all. My last few birthdays has told me a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna end this right here with me being me.